Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer's training camp update. Health, contract, and motivation. The Dallas Cowboys are betting everything on a high-stakes comeback season. But can their star quarterback rewrite the narrative? Fresh off a turbulent 7-10 season that ended with a torn hamstring and a stint on injured reserve, Dak Prescott isn't just back on the field. He's radiating confidence. And this is the part most people miss. His optimism, it isn't just about physical recovery. It's about a perfect storm of new leadership, explosive talent, and a personal mission to silence critics. Let's start with the elephant in the room, Micah Parsons' contract saga. Prescott didn't shy away when asked about the linebacker's ongoing negotiations. It's an annual ritual here. Zach Martin, CeeDee Lamb, me, now Micah. He admitted, flashing a grin. Do I wish these battles didn't overshadow the game? Absolutely. But Micah's handling it like a pro. He's here, locked in, bonding with teammates at dinners, not just going through the motions to please ownership. Prescott doubled down with a bold take. He deserves every dollar. History shows Jerry Jones pays his stars. It'll happen, sooner the better. But here's where it gets controversial. Is Prescott downplaying the distraction of contract drama? Or is he subtly nudging the front office to prioritize team unity over financial brinkmanship? Then there's the fire on the practice field. Training camp fights? Prescott shrugged it off. This isn't yoga class. It's football, he laughed. Guys are fighting for their careers. Emotions flare. But here's the key. They're learning to channel that rage. Coach Schottenheimer's mantra, compete without combat. We're towing that line, but friction now could mean focus later. Think about it. Does controlled chaos in camp actually build discipline? Or is it a ticking time bomb for a team with Super Bowl aspirations? Now, let's talk mobility. Prescott's 2024 injury cast doubt on his signature dual-threat playstyle. But in Oxnard, he's sprinting read options again and gritting while doing it. I'm not 25 anymore. But don't mistake calculated for cautious, he warned. Mobility isn't just about speed, it's about IQ. A well-timed scramble can demoralize a defense. Plus, getting the ball to CeeDee or George Pickens on a quick slant? That's chess, not checkers. George Pickens. The Cowboys' blockbuster trade for the human highlight reel has fans buzzing. Prescott gushed about their chemistry. Imagine lining up with CeeDee on one side and George on the other. Defenses can't double both. Then when you add Turpin's jukes, it's a nightmare for coordinators. But Prescott's biggest revelation? His health isn't just restored, it's weaponized. Rehab wasn't about patching up, it was about upgrading, he explained. I'm not just not hurt, I'm stronger. Every sprint, every cut is intentional. If you don't believe we're a Super Bowl team, his tone sharpened. Schotty said it day one, don't bother showing up. Speaking of Schottenheimer, Prescott's excitement about the new offense is palpable. It's creativity with consequences, he said. Different formations, mismatches, letting playmakers be playmakers. And yeah, it's fun. Fun wins games. Fun keeps you hungry in year 10. Which brings us to the ultimate motivator, redemption. I want that ring. For the fans, for Jerry, for every guy who's bled here, Prescott said, his voice dropping. This isn't maybe next year. It's now. And if that doesn't make your stomach flip, you're in the wrong business. So we ask you, can Prescott's blend of veteran grit and Schottenheimer scheming finally end Dallas' 28-year title drought? Or is this another chapter in a cycle of hype and heartbreak? Sound off below. Agree or disagree, this season will be anything but boring. Dak Prescott supports Micah Parsons' contract extension. Imagine the pressure of waiting for a life-changing contract extension while your teammates and fans watch and wait. That's exactly where Micah Parsons, the star defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys, finds himself. His quarterback, Dak Prescott, who has been through similar negotiations, has some strong words about Parsons' situation. But here's where it gets controversial. Prescott believes Parsons deserves a significant payday, and he's not alone in that opinion. Let's dive into the details. Dak Prescott, who recently secured a 4-year, $240 million deal with the Cowboys, understands the emotional roller coaster that Parsons is experiencing. Prescott's journey to becoming the highest-paid quarterback in NFL history was fraught with tension and uncertainty. He knows firsthand the stress and anxiety that come with contract negotiations. I don't know if there's a correct way to handle it, to be honest with you, Prescott admitted. I will say that I think he deserves to get paid. I think he should get paid, and ultimately, going off the history of what I've seen, he will get paid. Hopefully, it's sooner than later. Parsons has been present at the first 3 days of training camp, but he hasn't been actively participating in practices. On Thursday, he was notably absent from the field in his cleats, citing some back tightness. This absence has sparked discussions about his contract status and his commitment to the team. The Cowboys and Parsons' agent have yet to initiate negotiations, despite a meeting with owner and general manager Jerry Jones in March. At that time, Jones indicated that an agreement on the length of the deal and the guaranteed and total money had been reached, but the talks have since stalled. Meanwhile, other top pass rushers like T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, and Max Crosby have already secured their extensions. Parsons has expressed his frustration over the lack of progress in the negotiations. He even hinted that if a deal isn't reached, this could be his final season with the Cowboys. However, he has consistently stated his desire to remain with the team that drafted him in the first round in 2021. The Cowboys have a history of taking longer to finalize extensions or rework deals with players compared to previous years. It's an each and every year conversation, whether it's myself, Zach Martin, CeeDee Lamb, now Micah Parsons, Prescott explained. It's a part of it in a sense. Now, is it something that I wish any of us were going through? Absolutely not. But I think Micah's doing a hell of a job with it being here. He's a great teammate, showing up obviously not just on the field and being focused, but whether it be in the camaraderie, hanging out, dinner. He's not just doing it to sign off and say, hey, Jerry, look at me, but he wants to be out there practicing. And honestly, I'm glad he's not. He can't do that to himself. That's the business of it. That's the business of a holdout. So I do think he's taken some great steps with being here. At a recent State of the Cowboys news conference, Jones expressed his lack of concern over the delay in signing a deal with Parsons. He also made a statement that raised eyebrows when he noted that a contract does not guarantee a player's health. Parsons, however, didn't find the comment hurtful, but was puzzled by the lack of progress in the negotiations. CeeDee Lamb, who missed most of training camp last year, before signing a contract that made him the second highest paid receiver in the NFL, had some words of support for Parsons. For Micah, man, he knows I love him. And being in this situation, obviously playing this media game with Jerry, is not the best. It's not fun. It's not recommended, Lamb said. But as for Micah, he knows what he brings to this table. Honestly, for this team, for himself. And he should get what he deserves. And I'm not indulging in any of the craziness they got going. But I do want Micah to get paid soon. And this is the part most people miss. The negotiations between players and teams are not just about money. They're about respect, recognition, and the value a player brings to the team. Parsons' situation highlights the complexities and emotional toll of these negotiations. So what do you think? Should Parsons be paid what he deserves? Or is there more to the story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.